The Last Airbender is considered one of the worst films ever made, especially when there is source material to compare it to. The Last Airbender ranked 4.3 on IMDb, 20 on Metacritic, and 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll average it at 10% and tell you why it's not so bad. The Last Airbender film is directed, written, and produced by M.Night Shyamalan. M.Night Shyamalan is an Academy Award nominated, Golden Globe nominated writer and director that was once said to possibly be the next Steven Spielberg. That throughout this director's career, he created such beloved occult films such as The Happening, about humans screwing up the planet so much the trees, plants, and grass released kill-yourself air, making humans kill themselves to reduce the population or for revenge. Also, another lovely film by M. Night is about being a hero, heroism, finding out about your hidden gifts. This film also has well-established actors in it. It's called Lady in the Water. 3% for M. Night Shyamalan. The Last Airbender scene on the left is identical to the original cartoon's introduction on the right, and thus it deserves points, 0.8% for keeping to the source. There are those who complain about the special effects in this film, but I have you know that the company who did the special effects is ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, founded by George Lucas, and they have done quality work within their past history, such as Jupiter Ascending. The main actor in Jupiter Ascending is the hottest man who has ever lived in human history, Channing Tatum. Also, they did the beloved remake, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course, the unforgettable film, Strange Magic, by George Lucas. Obviously, there is no doubt that there's talent there. 2.6 for ILM. Then there is the race issue in this film that people are complaining about when it comes to the main characters. Katara, Sokka, and Aang are all white people. Yes, that is correct. But I have you know, Ridley Scott said that he would not be able to get his film funded, Exodus Gods and Kings, if he hired an unknown actor that represented the race within his film. As a result, he had to hire white people, like Christian Bale. I mean, everybody knows white people rule the world. Look at the Illuminati, it's full of old white people, maybe one Asian guy. It's not M. Night Shyamalan's fault America is racist. 2.6% on the Illuminati's world domination. Sokka, the hilarious character in the Airbender series, is played by Jackson Rathbone. In credence to his acting ability, he is in one of the most beloved films by teens of all ever, Twilight the Sparkly Vampire Chronicles. Jackson plays that one vampire guy who did that one vampire thing in that one vampire moment, while being a part of that one vampire battle. His vampireness is astounding. 3% for Jackson Rathbone. The actress who plays Katara is Nicola Peltz, and she has been in one of the most popular film franchises of all time, Transformers, directed by a sentient explosion called Michael Bay. She has super short shorts and played the daughter of Mark Wahlberg, an Academy-nominated actor. She has grown to become quite an experienced and pretty young actress, where I may have looked at her Instagram for research purposes, and followed upon her tweets for investigative methods. Don't judge me! 2.1 increase for dem shorts dough. That seemingly dead child you see is Aang, played by Noah Ringer. He's a relatively new actor, and M. Night Shyamalan wanted to get a real kid martial artist to play Aang, and thus would craft his acting ability along the way. Noah Ringer was also in the film called Cowboy and Aliens, directed by Jon Favreau, who also directed a film people thoroughly enjoyed, full of tension, drama, and action, with actors like Robert Downey Jr. This movie is called Iron Man 2, considered one of the best of all the Marvel movies. Don't believe me? Well, Dick Steele disagrees with you, an IMDb user. Now, Noah Ringer was in Cowboy and Aliens, as I said, with James Bond and Academy-nominated Indiana Jones, along with Tron Girl. This kid is already getting to know big names. 4% for giving Noah Ringer a chance. Name pronunciation.
Ong. Is it Ong? The monks named me Ong.
The Avatar Ong?
Ong. 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 Ong.
Song.
Ong. Ong. Kong. My name is Ong.
Is the main character's name pronounced Aang or Ung? What M. Night Shyamalan did was take the pronunciation of the name and go back to the proper Asian pronunciation as how it would actually sound. So the proper way of saying Aang is actually Ung, through the perspective of the Asian country, which is the birthplace of the character. Also, I emailed a linguistic expert to confirm. I spent a massive amount of time researching the proper candidate over and over again, practically night after night, to find the right individual with the correct academic history, which took me like, geez, I can't even calculate it. It's about a whopping 180,000 milliseconds to find him, which was a long time. And then I emailed him a very well-written, extravagant text asking about the deeply serious Aang or Ung dilemma. After I sent the email, it took the professor guy over 5 years to respond to my email, and he said, Ung. So there you have it. Unshakable proof. 7.8 for proper pronunciation. There are those that say, and by those I mean mostly all, that the main actor's acting abilities are bad. But they are relatively new actors in the last Airbender movie, and for their defense, throughout film history, directors, casting agents would sometimes hire new actors because they simply fit the part. Such as a young actress in the movie True Grit, an Academy nominee. Or how about the black actress in the movie Precious, who played Precious, which was her first film, another Academy nominee. Or the black actress in 12 Years a Slave, an Academy winner. Even the first few Harry Potter movies, the child actors weren't very good.
I'm Harry Potter.
Draco Malfoy.
Yet I don't hear complaints about that. Double standards much? 2% for decent acting. How closely related is the film to the animated show? Katara, Sokka, and Ung are there. Bam! Ung is frozen in a snow globe and is over 100 years old. Boom! Zuko is chasing the Avatar because of reasons. Shazam! Uncle Iroh, the Fire Lord, Azula, prison escape scene, spiritualism, Appa, Momo, Avatar State, bending, Fire Nation attacks Water Tribe, Avatar State again, and he saves the day. You see, it is actually quite similar. 7% for similarities. And 4, creating a tsunami rather than a giant water blobby fish, squid, jellyfish monster thingy in the original cartoon. Zuko is played by Slumdog Chappie. He's quite an experienced actor who's in the HBO television series with the Dumb and Dumber guy. 1.2 for Johnny 5.
Come, Stephanie, we be jammin'!
The main character trio travel together visiting the Earth Kingdom villagers, and as a result, Katara, Sokka, and Ung rallies the Earth Kingdom villagers to unite and fight against their suppressors, the Fire Nation. This is a prime example that shows the type of totalitarian regime the Fire Nation is, which helps the audience know who the antagonists are. Also, our main characters continue their travels freeing each Earth Kingdom village they encounter, further establishing their relationship amongst one another while also fulfilling Ung's avatar duty. 6.7 for fighting against the man. Avatar Ung, that is, the little boy, was once a grown woman. 0.5%. The Keymaker introduces this temple to the Avatar, which shows the lineage of the past avatars, and Ung reflects on the responsibility and pressure he will have to go through in his entire life in order to bring peace to the world, and yet he is still just a child. Throughout this film you will see the doubt and hesitation Ung experiences, and that he doesn't want the responsibility of being the Avatar and what comes with it. 2.3 for a proper setup. The overarching villain in the last Airbender universe, Fire Lord Ozai, played by that one actor who's in that one movie with the, you know, the one, Denzel's in it, I think, or what about the other film with the blue avatar chick, I know, he's in the one movie with the guy and the knights, and like, Haya, he's in the, or the, what about that, I could have sworn he was in the, I know, the great film where he's the guy that, he's a good actor? 3.7 for being in that one movie. The funny and hilarious wise Uncle Iroh, who's played by That actor who died in the cave with Robert Downey Jr. 2.2 for helping Tony Stark become Iron Man. The close-up scenes within this film seems to be a little too excessive for some people, but if there's no close-ups, how am I supposed to see the micro-expressions on my gold-framed diamond button 65-inch 4K Ultra HD LED 3D Smart TV with 120Hz technology, huh? There are numerous films that do close-ups. Michael Bay does it, and even Quentin Tarantino. I'm pretty sure he did it in one of his movies. Over 60% of human communication is based on body language and facial expressions, not the words we speak. 4.8% for the exact number of skin molecules on a person's face. There are several instances within the film that have long continuous shots rather than quick edits, especially in the action sequences, and many claim it drags on for too long and causes the audience to witness what they claim to be the lackluster effects and bad choreography because of that particular style. And yet there are films that have that continuous uninterrupted scene. Children of Men perhaps, acclaimed film Gravity, The Shining, Birdman, Oldboy, Unbach, Goodfellas, even the TV show True Detectives. It is a style and it's not bad, but perhaps it's just a required taste. 3.6% for continuous shots. It is time for the speed overview. After Ung and the Blue Spirit escape the facility, Ung finds out that the Blue Spirit is actually Slumdog millionaire Zuko, M.Night Shyamalan twist! The Fire General guy runs to Firelord Ozai and tattles on Zuko for suspecting him for being the Blue Spirit and helping the Avatar escape, which further creates a separation between Ozai, the Fire General guy who once owned a pizza shop,
8 extra large deep dish pizzas,
Zuko in the relationship. Your favorite uncle Iroh was wondering where Zuko has been since they were traveling together, and he was like,
Where were you for the past 4 days?
and Zuko was like,
Nowhere.
and then a bomb blew up. Ung and his best of buddies travel to the Northern Water Tribe so that he can master waterbending. Water wall, instant love, snow tornado, strategic planning, trying to get some.
That's me, I'll be her guard.
Ozai and the Fire General do plan on killing the moon and ocean, which will cause the Water Tribe to become weakened so they can rule the world. Impending doom, water training, life doubts, prior setup for understanding what will soon occur for the Moon Spirit situation. Zuko is actually alive, M.Night Shyamalan twist! Zuko uses his supposed death opportunity to sneak into the Water Tribe, then fights Katara. Introductions, darn 2 attacks, 1 too many. Apologizes, takes the Avatar, reflects on life problems, freezes, unfreezes, untakes the Avatar returns. Zuko's situation is basically done. Let's go back a little. Fire Nation arrives. Ung needs to get the 7 Dragon Balls to summon the dragon and needs to meditate in a spiritual place to talk to the dragon spirit. Instant meditation. This battle cry. Lizard horses. Battle ensues as the Fire Nation penetrate the wall, the ground, and the sky. The Water Tribe fights the Fire Nation. Water snakes. Window view of pure destruction. Avatar Ung lets Zuko breathe, showing Ung's mercy and his honest character trait even against his enemies. Avatar Ung joins the fray and fights with the Water Tribe against the Fire Nation, while Uncle Iroh and the Fire General guy debate about killing the Moon Spirit in fish form. But the argument ends with the Moon Spirit being stabbed by Mr. Pizza. The result, Sokka's girlfriend trips, Ung gets a headache, and the moon turns red. Uncle Iroh gets angry and shoots flames. Ung's last samurai slow motion realization of the horrors of war scene. Sokka's girlfriend sacrifices herself and turns into the moon. All is well for the Moon Council. The Fire Pizza General guy drowns in a water bubble. Avatar Ung battles his way across the city to reach the wall. Summons his inner, flashback. Avatar state plus tidal wave equals saves the day divided by worship to the square root of worship acceptance. Don't forget your favorite sociopath, Azula. Bam! The Last Airbender film is not as bad as people say, and a lot more work went into the film than previously thought. So I'd say give it a second chance with an open mind, because it's not so bad.